We are live. Okay. So, hello everyone. Good afternoon. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, Julie, actually.
Oh, happy St. Patrick's Day, Rosa.
Yes, I'm very sad we can't go out drinking, but as good Patrick's Day tradition, but guess we'll have to cheers from home. You say cheers in Irish is slonja.
Come on, slonja.
Yeah, slonja, sloncha. So sloncha to everyone. Okay, so hi everyone. How are you? I hope you're well. Tell us how you are, where you're from, what's your name, and what is your greatest fear, I guess. What is your greatest fear, Julia?
Let me think of that, Rosa. My greatest fear. I think it's heights.
It's what, sorry?
Heights.
Heights. Julia's afraid of heights. You're in the wrong chat, I think. Go to the other one, the top one.
Right. Okay. Okay.
So Julia's afraid of heights. My greatest fear is probably horror movies. In the same room as a horror movie.
Oh, I agree with you on that one. They're terrifying.
I'm so afraid of the horror movies. It's just I can't. I'm really. And to everyone watching, what is your fear? What is your greatest fear? What are you afraid of? So you have Rosa here, afraid of horror movies. And we have Julia, who is afraid. Julia is afraid of heights. And can you type into the chat box, what's your fear?
Who's
That's
following
strange.
us right now?
So, did you have some different fears when you were a kid, Julia, when you were a child? Or you have children, do they have some fears?
Yes. My daughter's definitely very scared of spiders.
Spiders. And what about your son?
I don't know. He's brave. Maybe he's afraid of monsters.
I used to be afraid of monsters and witches when I was a kid.
Oh,
I was very afraid of witches. What, do you have any fears when you were a child, different from now?
Yes, I was afraid of devils, actually. Devils.
Ooh. So sort of monster type creatures.
Yes, because there was the Disney film Fantasia. I don't know if you remember. And in the last scene, there was the night on Bald Mountain. And that was my absolute.
I don't remember that scene.
A really creepy scene. I don't even.
You're still scared.
When I hear that
and
music,
have you? Have you ever heard of any, strange fears or strange phobias? Because there's
Well,
some people that are afraid of very random things. I heard there's one person who's afraid of baked beans.
no, come on. Afraid?
Afraid, terrified, had a phobia of baked beans.
No,
Believe
come
it or
on.
not. I know, so there's some very, very random phobias out there,
That's crazy.
Of beans. So beans is a type of no, not a vegetable. What do you call it? It had a phobia of beans. So yeah, so today we have phobias, fears, to say what we're afraid of, new vocabulary on fears, telling stories in the past, and using when and while. So guys, can you tell us what are your fears? What are you afraid of? Type it in the chat box and let us know. What what scares you? What are you afraid of? And what are different expressions we can use to say that we are scared? So, as we said, I'm afraid of harm, afraid of heights. Olga, welcome. Hello. Olga has a phobia. What is your phobia, Olga? Luca. Hi, girls. I'm Luca from Mayes Verona. Welcome, Luca. Nice
Welcome,
to see
guys.
you.
It's great to see you.
All right, we're happy to have you here. So, what are expressions we can use to talk about fears? And what are your fears? What are you afraid of? And then telling the stories in the past, the difference between when and while. So when do we use when and when do we use while? When talking in the past. Okay, so we have here, what are different ways to say that I'm afraid? Olga says, I'm afraid of water because I can't swim. Okay, Olga, so that's very rational, I would say. A rational fear. If you can't swim, then to be afraid of water would be a big fear. And Luca says, I'm afraid of speed when I ride my downhill mountain bike in the woods. In that case, speed is your friend, Luca, though. The more speed you have, the more control. You're afraid of falling. Yes. Downhill mountain biking. Very good. That sounds super fun. I've done it a few times and it's very fun. Sonia, hi, welcome. No problem. Not to worry. So, Sonia, welcome. And what is your fear? What are you afraid of? We have, and if someone can start to think about different expressions we have to talk about phobias and fears. So I think it will change depending on the level of fears. A little bit afraid, medium afraid, or very, very afraid. Then you will have different expressions to to talk about it. So what do you think, Julia? What's some expressions that we have to talk about fears?
I could be a little anxious. A little bit anxious.
So small fear.
I think, yeah, not too intense when I'm a little anxious. I can be scared.
So that's sort of medium.
Right. It's definitely.
What about very?
Well, even more intense. Terrified, horrified. We could have a phobia.
So a phobia is the very, very highest level of being afraid. What's your opinion, guys? Type it in the chat box. Any expressions to talk about phobias and fears? What are different ways to say I'm afraid of ... So Julia was saying, I can be anxious. I'm a bit anxious about something. Ooh, Sonia, very good. Hi, Beatrice, welcome. Sonia says, I'm afraid of insects. You, yes. Very good, Sonia. I am terrified. Is really, really strong. Strong fear. Very good. Some good examples. So let's see here. The examples given. We have, I'm scared of. I am frightened of. I am terrified of. I'm scared to death of. And I get goosebumps when.
Oh, goosebumps. So, that's a funny one.
Does everybody know goosebumps? Goosebumps is a reaction on your skin, and it makes your skin look like goose skin.
How do we say that in Italian? Does anyone know?
In Italy, it's the same. Is it Travis Scott songs when he's saying, I'm not sure what you're referring to, Julia. Brividi.
Well done, Sonia.
Yeah.
Or Pelle d'Oca. No?
Exactly.
Well done, Romina.
Yeah, brividi as well, though.
Yes, definitely.
So we have scared and frightened, which is hi, Nancy.
Hi, Beatrice.
Scared, frightened, which is medium, and then scared to death. So that's a really, really, really high level of being afraid. We have some other words we can say. To be in panic, so panicky.
Panicky.
Panicky. Or we have oh yes, Sonia. So scared to death. To be scared to death. We have another one. Terror struck. Terror struck. So struck by terror. Struck means hit by terror. So it means you are almost petrified. Petrified. So you're immobilized like a stone from being afraid. What else do we have? Fearful. Oops. Sorry, spelling mistake there. Fearful. But no S. Ooh, Lucas says, I'm afraid of toads because a bad experience when I was a child. Actually, I'm the same, Luca. I stepped on one once.
And
it made, you know, those squeaky toys for dogs. I went, wow. And I can't be close to toads anymore. It's not really scared. I'm more a bit disgusted by them actually. But where I'd be curious to know what happened with Luca if it's not too personal to talk about. Too difficult to talk about. Ooh, Nancy here has, I was scared of big dogs. So it means you're okay with big dogs now? Or are you still afraid and scared of big dogs? But yeah, that's also a very common fear that people have. Dogs, especially if you have a bad experience, then that can happen. You're okay now. That's good. So you were scared of dogs. I was scared of dogs is correct in the past, not anymore. Very good. Happy to know that. Then we have another saying, which is to be chicken.
Oh yes, to be chicken.
What does it mean to be chicken?
When you're chicken, you avoid something because you are afraid of it. Or we have a phrasal verb, to chicken out.
To chicken out, nice. Here, to chicken out. Oh, sorry.
You use Canada all the time, actually.
Missing a K. It's missing a K, guys. Sorry. I was too eager on the typeboard. The chicken out.
Great idea, Romina. Shocked.
Romina says shocked. Yes, shock is another way. Another way of saying to be afraid, to be terrified, to be shocked by something. Although is shock with fear? I don't know. Shock is more like surprise, isn't it?
Yes, it is. But I imagine you can be shocked from
by something scary as well. You know, scared and shocked. Very good. So some good examples. Here we have Luca's story on the toad. Let's see. There was no light, and I was going to move away a stone with my hand, but it wasn't a stone. It was a toad. I ran away like a zip. Very good, Luca. Nice. Okay, so a good reason to be afraid of toads. All right, Nancy says, I get goosebumps, papasa, when I watch horror movies. Yes. But then also goosebumps is, you know, not only from being afraid, but something that's annoying as well. So like, for example, the sound of nails on a chalkboard, like that would give me goosebumps. Something, you know, that's annoying. That could also give goosebumps.
Oh yeah.
Beatrice says, I'm terrified from crocodiles. All right, I'm terrified of crocodiles. So the correct preposition there, not terrified from. I'm terrified of, or terrified, could we say by, Julia? Terrified by.
Of is better. With terrified.
Of is better, yeah?
Yeah.
Of crocodiles, I think so. I'm terrified of something. Nice. All right, some really good examples. Well done, guys. So, okay, I have a question. What are the top 10 fears that people have in general? So if we were to make a list of common fears, of the most how do you say, the most popular fears, what are they? Okay, so take a minute, type in the chat box, and me and Julia start brainstorming.
Okay.
So, Julia, if you were to put a top 10 list of fears, what would it be? So you have, I think, your fear, so heights.
Heights
is a pretty common fear that people have, huh?
Definitely. Snakes. Well, crocodiles or wild predators in general.
Spiders.
Crocodiles. It's a pretty.
What else?
Well, then you have fears of bad things that can happen, like terrorism or car accidents. Those are big ones.
I'm thinking as well, when you go to the, people are usually afraid of needles.
That's right.
That's a big one. Ooh, some good, nice list here from Sonia. Clowns, dogs, the dark, snakes, heights, insects. Yes, Sonia. Very good. So some good examples here. Clowns, yes. How did we forget about clowns? I still never really understood why people are so afraid of clowns. Maybe it's all the makeup? I'm not sure. Or is it just because of it? The horror movie?
Could be.
Well, now that you think of it, like, ooh, like dolls, porcelain dolls, or what's the wooden puppet in the series Goosebumps? Okay, Beatrice says, scared of death, illness, spiders. Yes. What was the Goosebump? The Goosebumps series puppets, the wooden one. He was terrifying. He's like one of those ventriloquism puppets.
Like Slappy the Dummy?
Yeah, that's it. Oh my god. Scary.
Okay, well, it was creepy. Creepy is another adjective.
Ooh, creepy. Creepy is a good one. So creepy comes, well, does it come from creepy crawlies?
Yeah. And there's also a verb to creep. Creep. When something comes.
So creepy crawlies are like spiders and insects, creepy crawlies. So creepy, to creep. So someone creepy, how would we define creepy?
disquieting. There's something that
Disquieting.
makes you feel uneasy about the person, inquietante. Something strange and unusual.
Okay, so disquieting, or what's another way of what's another? So if I think of something creepy, I think of a creepy, like, old man. It's a little bit also disgusting, no?
Yes, something bit unusual that makes you feel uncomfortable in a negative, frightening way. Disturbing.
Uncomfortable. Yes, and we have here from Beatrice, the dark earthquakes, coronavirus, tsunami. Okay.
Brava.
Sharks, deaths. No, yeah, I imagine that was sharks, Nancy. Sharks, death. Rats, spiders, snakes, birds, claustrophobia. Yeah, so to be claustrophobic. Cats, insects, cats. Cats are cute.
Black cats.
But yeah, I guess
some people.
Guess there are some people that are okay. So here we have some phobias, 10 fears. We have snakes, spiders, heights, ghosts. Nobody mentioned ghosts, guys. The dark, thunder and lightning, confined spaces, needles, dogs, and flying. So again, yes, the one where you are afraid of flying on a plane. So snakes we've talked about, spiders too, heights, so of high ground. So there's some videos where people are just hanging on to for dear life to the railings and like looking down, trying to because they're afraid of the heights. Ghosts.
Those films are really scary.
We have a ghost here in picture B. So guys, if you have any questions about these phobias, please type them in the box. We have thunder and lightning. So we have thunder and lightning in picture G. So to be afraid of thunder and lightning. So to be afraid of storms, yes?
Yes, thunderstorms. Because of the sound, I think. It's very loud.
I guess so, or maybe it could be the flashes, the light flashes, but yeah, mostly because of the sound, probably. Oh, very good. So Sonia's giving us some answers here. We have B, ghosts, very good. D, afraid of spiders. Arachnophobia. Snakes. Okay, so watch out with the spelling, missing an E, but good. Sonia says, flying. Yes, so the fear of going on a plane. Sonia says, J, dogs. Exactly. Lightning. Then we have needles. Which one is the one for needles? Dogs and flies. So these are some of the top 10 fears people have. H, dark. Very good. Well done, Beatrice. Yes. So afraid of the dark. So I guess lots of children have that, to be afraid of the dark.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, so very good. We have, okay, which ones are you most terrified of and which ones are you least frightened of? So which one is the top fear for you and which one is the bottom fear for you? So for example, for me, needles are probably the top thing that scare me, along with spiders and snakes. But I'm not afraid of heights or the dark, of thunder, of flying, of dogs. I'm not afraid of those. So what about for you, Julia?
Well, I don't believe in ghosts, but if I saw a ghost, I would be very frightened.
I guess so.
But
yeah, I didn't even consider ghosts because I don't really believe in ghosts either. So, but I guess if they had to be in there, then yeah.
I mean, if you ever have a fear in the room, then it's terrifying. I'd say.
Have you experienced that?
Mm-hmm.
Have you experienced that?
Well, let's say sometimes when you're completely alone and there you have no company, you get a strange feeling, no? It could be not really a ghost, but sometimes you feel that there's another,
presence.
Uneasy presence.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, fortunately, it's not happened to me recently. So otherwise, I would probably. That's another good one. I would freak out.
Freak out. Excellent one.
Freak out is very common. It's used a lot to freak out.
Right.
It means to lose your mind, to lose to lose control, and other things. So to freak out. Yeah, I would probably freak out if I saw a ghost. I would lose my mind.
Whoa.
All right, so, well, for obvious reasons, we can't do this video here at the moment. Anyway, the video, sorry?
You do it. You just share, you open up the link and you share your YouTube browser. Yeah, I did it yesterday.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's okay. I think we can just talk about it because I don't think we'll have enough time to see it anyway. It's pretty long. But so from the picture, guys, what sport is Alex doing? Why do you think it's a risk? Ooh, Nancy's here with the most terrified is snakes and the least needles. So the most terrifying for you is snakes, and the least frightening or scary is needles. So the most plus verb in ing, yeah, the most terrifying is snakes, and the least scary, or you could say frightening, is or are needles. Okay, so if you look at the picture, what is the sport that Alex is doing? Why is it risky? Yes, Luca. So Alex is doing free climbing. Alex does free climbing, which is dangerous because he doesn't have a harness. So the belt which you use, he doesn't wear a harness.
It's unbelievable what he does.
And I think he beat the world record. So he went up around, what was it, 1,000 meters? So a rock face that was 1,000 meters, or maybe a little bit less, but still very, very long distance. And he climbed the whole face of the mountain. Maybe Luca, since you're into sports, you remember the meters that he climbed with no harness, no protection, no ropes, no nothing. Sonny says, how does Alex feel when he climbs? Scared? Yes, possibly. I think he's past the stage of being scared though. He's probably actually like quite relaxed. And calm and collected, because it just makes him feel very, very relaxed to do it.
I read an interview with him actually on National Geographic, and he says that if he gets an adrenaline rush, that means there's a problem, because most of the time when he's climbing, he's relaxed, he's calm, as you said. So if he has adrenaline, that means he is in real danger. There's something wrong.
That means, yeah, that there's something wrong. So he might have slipped or something went wrong. Oh, Luca has interesting thing. I think his mind is completely free during his climbing. Yeah, so when you're at that level, you go past fear. He probably wouldn't be doing it if he was afraid of climbing that distance with no protection at all. Anyway, here we have some good adjectives to describe, some words that describe Alex. But can you match the opposites? So we have the words fearful, reckless, confident, strong, bold, brave. And on the other side, we have weak, fearless, careful, afraid, cowardly, and shy. So can you guys match the definitions to their opposite? So what is the opposite of fearful, of reckless, of confident? And please let us know if you have any questions about this vocabulary. So fearful, does it mean you have fear or you don't have fear? Reckless, what does it mean, reckless, Julia? Very good, Luca. So fearful is the opposite of fearless. Nancy's saying confident, which means, so reckless would be confident, you think?
The opposite. I'd say, well, the opposite of reckless would be afraid.
I think it's a different one. So reckless means you don't pay attention to things, yeah?
Exactly.
Yeah, well done, Romina. So reckless, someone reckless is someone that doesn't pay attention to what they're doing, yes? They're not sloppy, but a little bit, they like adventure, they like the adrenaline rush, and so they don't really think about the consequences. So someone reckless, yeah? To have reckless behavior means you don't really think about consequences.
You're not cautious.
No. So reckless, okay, then we have strong, weak. Yes, Sonia, very good. Yes, Luca, it is very good. Very good, Beatrice. So reckless and careful. Confident, Romina. Yes, so confident and shy are two opposites. Then we had strong and weak. We have two more, bold, brave, afraid, and cowardly. So which one is the opposite of which? So if you are bold, what does it mean to be bold, Julia?
Very courageous.
Yeah.
Hmm?
So Sonia says reckless, don't care, Tom Cruise. Okay, very good.
And when you're bold, you take risks.
Yeah, a risk taker.
Mm-hmm.
Very good, Nancy. Brave and afraid. So the opposite of bold is afraid, and the opposite of brave is cowardly. Very good, guys. Well done. All right, so I hope these are all clear. Please type in the chat box if you have any questions about the vocabulary. So some examples. Fearful person. Fearful means to be afraid. While as fearless means no fears. So, oh, sorry, it's missing the first part of the word there. Then we have reckless, which we said is
when you're not cautious.
Don't
pay attention.
And then we had another interesting one is bold. To be bold means
to take risks.
Yeah, a risk taker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good. So let us know if you have any questions about this. We have here some advice. So what are the most important qualities in a person who needs to overcome their fears? What are the best ways to get over a fear? So, for example, let's pick one of the common fears that we've looked at. For example, to be afraid of needles, yes? So, if someone is afraid of needles, what can we do? What qualities does the person have to overcome their fears? And what could be a suggestion from you to this person for them to get over this fear? So to get over, in this case, means to overcome. What's another synonym to overcome that we can use? To overtake? No, I don't like that though.
To get over, you said to get over your fear.
To overcome.
To get control, to gain control.
Yeah, gain control.
Mm-hmm.
Of your fears. Okay, very good. So we have here, example, if you're afraid of dogs, go play with it. Nice. So go play with a little dog.
With a nice
And
dog.
Beatrice says determination. Determination's good. Very good. So if you are determined, that's probably the best way to overcome your fear. Sweet, well done. Okay, Julia, do you want to add anything?
How to get over a fear? Well, I think it depends on your motivation. If you're really motivated to do something, for example, if you're afraid of heights, but you would like to go paragliding, then you have a strong motivation to get over your fear, to do something exciting and fun and positive. And if you succeed, then you can feel very, very good about yourself. Nice. So I think it builds your self-confidence, probably
confidence,
by positive behavior, positive experiences.
Nice. So here we say, in fact, this is what Romina says. If you're afraid of needles, you could be calm and think of positive things. So a little bit like needles spelled correctly. Well done. That's a little bit like what you're saying, just to keep a positive mental attitude. Okay, guys. So we let's review what we've done today in our lesson. Yeah. So we looked at different types of common fear. What are some expressions we learned? So expressions we learned are to freak out, which means to lose your mind. Then we said we had, let me see, something creepy. So something creepy is something that makes you uneasy, like a creepy crawly, like a spider. To be terror-stricken, so it means to be struck by terror, so hit by something scary, so that you are petrified. To panic, so someone panicking means. Hello, Julia, you're back.
Hi, sorry to talk to you for a moment.
Okay, so someone panicky means if you panic, it means something that makes you uncomfortable, unhappy.
Yes, panic is very.
Yes, Nancy also says you should be more positive. Very good. So that's always some good advice. So that was some of the vocabulary we looked at. Then some of the expressions we learned today. I'm scared, I'm frightened, I'm terrified, scared to death, and got goosebumps. To get goosebumps, which we saw in Italian, is to get pelle d'oca. To get the chills, brividi.
The chills is a good one too.
Yeah, to get the chills. Right. The other one is to get a chill down your spine.
Oh yeah.
So a chill, brivido, that goes down your back. That's makes you so scared. You get chills. Bye, Sonia. See you soon.
Bye.
Okay, so that was some of the expressions we saw, and then we looked at some common types of fears. So we had animals, closed spaces, height, when something is tall, thunder and lightning, so the storms, needles at the doctors, you have fear of needles. And any other fears we mentioned? I'm not remembering now. I think that was about it.
Crocodiles. Crocodiles.
Oh, fear of crocodiles, yes. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. It was a pleasure to have you here. Again, happy St. Patrick's Day. See you soon. Have a good week. I hope you enjoyed the lesson.
Well done, everyone.
Great. Yes, really, really good job. Thank you for participating. All right. See you soon.
Bye.